welcome to the channel. We are Sorted Food.
And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because it's your comments that have made this happen.
Ebbers, lift the cloche.
Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Le Répertoire De La Cuisine, a century-old French cookbook.
But it doesn't read like any ordinary cookbook.
No. There's no real recipes in here. It's just a few words that then lead you to other recipes elsewhere in the book. It just assumes that you know all of the processes to go through.
We've cooked from it a few times in the past, but now, Ben, Chef Ebbers, it's your turn.
Oh, how the turns of tables. Ebbers, we would like you to turn to page 105, line 1.
Line 1. Marguerites, poached and coated, half with white wine sauce, sprinkled with julienne of truffles, and half shrimp sauce, sprinkled with julienne of white of egg, decorated with daisies made from cooked turnips, the centre of the flour made with yolk of egg.
My favourite.
Okay, we're in sole and fillets of. So this is a sole dish within the fish section. Daisies made with cooked turnips. What on earth is that?
Well, Ebbers, the clock is ticking and we are hungry. So, chop chop.
You have an hour.
I've got 2 lovely fishes behind me and some other bits and pieces. I'm guessing those are the ingredients I need. But first, I'm going to start with the thing that probably takes the longest. It's in the sauce section. Why are there 4 versions of the same thing? Oh, goodness me. Okay.
I think it's important to point out that Kush, our head of food here at Sorted, picked this recipe to challenge Ben. Also worth pointing out that Kush went to university with Ben and likes him about as much as we like him. So that's why he's making him suffer.
Right, number 1, I'm going to make a fish stock.
Oh my goodness! The book hasn't told you to do this, has it yet?
No, I'm just making a fish stock.
Okay, cool, wicked.
Oh, no.
Oh, you... Oh, no!
Fish stock on. Oh, there's fish stock right there. There's a good jug of fish stock there. As recipes go, it's actually quite a description here. The sole, poached, so we'll need to skin it, fillet it, and then coated. And we're coating it in half white wine sauce, sprinkled with a julienne of truffle, and half shrimp sauce, sprinkled with julienne of white of egg. Fine, I get that. Don't know where the daisies come in and how the hell we're cooking a turnip. Either way, I'm gonna hard boil some eggs.
You've had 15 minutes, got 45 minutes left.
So back to the sauce section. It's not in under shrimp. So what is French for?
Oh, this is great.
Crevette. Crevette, there we go. Oh, now there's 2 options here. Presumably you want a classic shrimp sauce as opposed to a crevette à l'anglaise. So therefore it is fish velouté, good, we've got a stock on the go, with shrimp butter. What is shrimp butter?
Doesn't sound
What
right.
is shrimp butter?
Doesn't sound right to me.
Butter sauce mixed with an anchovy sauce
Oh,
and garnished with shrimps and cayenne pepper.
it's a sauce within a sauce within a sauce.
What is anchovies in French?
Oh, Ebbers!
Ebbers!
Right, got it.
Right, clarity. Paint us a picture. What are you working towards here?
I'm making sauce normande, which is fish velouté with mushroom essence and oyster juice that's then cohered with yolk of eggs and cream reduced and then finished with butter and cream. Probably doesn't go that far because I need to also combine it with anchovy sauce, which is that, then mixed with anchovy butter and garnished with diced of anchovy fillet. So probably don't need to finish with the butter because you're adding in anchovy butter, which gives us anchovy sauce, which is part of crevette à l'anglaise, which is butter sauce, which we know to be batard sauce without the liaison, which we then add in shrimp and cayenne pepper. And I think combine all that and that'll cover half of the poached sole. All I can do is start making a velouté.
Yeah!
And I'm gonna make lots of it because we need to then divide it into a number of things.
Eggs are done, Ebbers. You've had 25 minutes.
Velouté, basically bechamel, but instead of milk, stock.
What are you using there, sorry?
Fish stock. Now that I've shown you how to make one, I can basically give...
Here's what I made earlier,
I can give chefs back to replace what I've taken.
All right, I see what you're doing.
So once the velouté is cooked out, and by that I mean gently simmered for a few minutes to cook out any of the rawness of the flour, I'm going to take a small amount of it and turn it into sauce normande.
So you're going to separate them, flavour them all separately, and then bring them back together again?
Maybe.
So fish water,
Mushroom water,
oyster water.
Does need seasoning, but again I want to season at the end. Fine, it's good fun.
He said fine a few too many times.
I'm making an anchovy butter by mixing anchovy with butter. So classic anchovy sauce would have diced anchovy through it. I don't know if we need that.
So wait a minute, even the anchovy butter isn't just anchovies and butter, that's a recipe itself as well.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Anchovy butter is anchovy fillets pounded in mortar with butter and then passed through a fine sieve. So I was going to just bish bosh it.
Barry, we've been here quite a while now.
This is painful.
It's got me thinking.
Go on.
Do you like sole?
You did order this?
They didn't have Big Mac in there.
So butter goes in there, probably mounted, which probably means it needs to be chilled into a compound butter and then diced. I think to mount that in butter, you then chill it into a compound butter.
Ben, do you want a chair?
No.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
Little bit of cream.
He's going to be gutted when we don't eat this later.
We gutted don't like this. Little bit of anchovy butter. Now we're going to cook shrimp into our shrimp sauce. I think I'm going to dice it and add it in with a pinch of cayenne.
And you're confident about that step?
No, but I'm hoping that's where it's going to give it more of a pink look compared to what I currently have. So I think
Tick.
that will be our sauce. Needs seasoning at this point because now we know it's not going to reduce too much more.
So just to confirm, are we now one sauce down?
Yeah, so this sole dish has two sauces. Half is a white wine sauce, half is a shrimp sauce. I think our shrimp sauce is done. The white wine sauce, vin blanc, fish stock reduced to a glaze and then mixed with butter, whisking it in gradually. So monté au beurre with a fish stock that's heavily reduced. So while we've been making that other one, I've reduced this right down and then basically cold diced butter gets whisked in.
And that's what gives that kind of this silky, glossy finish.
Yeah, although I don't know where the white wine comes in.
Oh no, Emma, you were so confident that delivery.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. There was white wine in our fish stock, so that makes sense. I'm going to presume in this dish, skin the sole first, fill it, fold, poach in court bouillon, and then while it's poaching, we can do all of our garnish. I'm going to do something with a turnip next.
Oh.
I'm going to slice it on a mandolin, nice and fine, and then I'm going to poach it, or boil it, simmer it in water, and then once it's done, I'm going to cut it into flowers. Tiny reduction of wine into our white wine sauce. I will now taste and season both of those, and then we can move on from sauces. I think Saucier would be happy.
Come on, Ebbers! Yes! Oh, why are you doing more fish stock?
Right, I'm gonna prep ahead for court bouillon. We're jumping around a bit, but court bouillon is a combination of stock and wine with some herbs, some peppercorns, any other trimmings that you've got that you haven't used.
And that's what you're poaching the fish.
Sole.
Yeah. Gonna slightly cook our turnip in just salted water. This is still guesswork. I've got no idea.
Okay, moving on to the fish.
Saucier's clocked off. Over to the fish section. 2 flat fish. This is quite a privilege. We don't often get to have and play with this many whole fish. Dover sole, much more expensive, very fine white flesh. Lemon sole. If you're buying sole fillets, it's generally lemon sole, unless it definitely says Dover, and you're probably paying, well, a lot more for it. This is also bigger, and obviously you pay by weight. But for reference, it's about 30 quid, that's about 15.
Okay.
There are a couple of ways of doing it. It depends on whether you want the cross cut over the spine or whether you just want 4 individual fillets. If we do 4, because I'm going to fold them anyway, we're going to cut them, I'm not going to cook it as a whole, it makes sense. But first we need to skin it. So from the tail end, you want to basically just cut across the tail and then tuck a knife under it just to get enough bit of grip, and then grip it with something grippy. Hopefully it should just peel off.
Oh, Ebbers.
Come on,
Not
mate.
as easy as I'm making it look.
Oh.
Christ.
Great job, mate.
Flipping heck.
Nicely
I'm not
done.
sure about that. You know when it all comes back to you? You could have trimmed this bit first. That was the sound that was scratching as we were pulling away.
Yeah. And can you ask your fishmonger to do this bit?
That's the very reason why I've not done this in over a decade. Because there are some very, very talented people out there who would do it in a fraction of the time and twice as well. They're the 2 beautiful fillets we want from that side. But of course, being a flat fish, you've also got 2 on the other side. So you do exactly the same thing from the other side. They make it look so easy. Oh, all right.
Nice.
We can go in there and you're cutting, again, to hear almost the scraping of the bone.
It's all about practice when it comes to this kind of thing, because there's so much technique and skill that comes into it.
And because it's such a delicate fish, these ends will cook quicker than the middle. So you can literally fold it in so you get something that cooks perfectly together, and you then got more control of it when you're poaching it in the cooked bouillon because it's a firmer piece. As for timings, till it's done. So the book doesn't say, and I don't know yet, but I would say they're probably going to need only 4 or 5 minutes of gentle poaching. It's a very fine white fish, and you don't want to overcook it.
2 sauces done, sole poaching, turnip poaching.
All you do now is make a flour, mate.
I've julienne the truffle. I've peeled the eggs, which I'm now going to cut and sieve the yolks, and then julienning the white.
You ever had sieved yolks before?
I don't think maybe.
The only time I've ever sieved yolks is for dressed crab. They're not even julienne, are they? Look at the state of those. It's like I've given up.
Ebbers.
Wow.
Do you enjoy cooking this style of food?
No, I hate the pretense of food that needn't be this fussy. I like the foundations of cooking. The classic kind of mother sauces and how to do it. And the fact that simply adding a few different flavours completely changed it into a different dish. That bit I love. This garnish thing, what's wrong with a sprig of parsley or a scattering of chopped herbs? How do you do julienne of egg? Why do you do julienne of egg?
He's switched.
I've gone again. I was quite enjoying that for a minute, and then I was like, why are we doing this bit?
He's turned into eggers again.
I've got some turnip, and I tried to sort of like cut it into petals, is with lots of them layered up together, cut lots of petals.
Well, you know what, Ebbers? After 6 hours of cooking, it'll do.
I haven't looked at the book for a while. I'm pretty sure it said daisies was plural, but I reckon if you squint, you will see like a couple of them.
Oh.
Oh, Ebbers. Right, final steps.
You come in here now.
Don't look at that plate because it doesn't look like it's been worth it.
I think that's fair. So half of our poached sole covered in white wine sauce and a julienne of truffle.
Yep.
Nice.
And then the shrimp sauce.
Nice.
Oh, look at your flexicolour. Nice.
That, because you've always wanted it, is garnished with julienne of egg white. And that right there, boys, is the dish you wanted.
The worst thing is, I think he's done quite a good job at getting to this stage.
It's not his fault.
All I actually want to do now is throw some like finely chopped chervil or some chives over it, because I feel like it still needs a bit of colour. But that
Oh dear.
Oh no.
is marguerites, poached and coated, half with white wine sauce sprinkled with julienne of truffle and half shrimp sauce sprinkled with julienne of white egg, decorated with daisies made from cooked turnips, the centre of the flour made from egg yolk.
Yeah! Well done!
All I can say is I'm sorry for all the times that I've been stood on that side.
Yes! Redemption! Let's taste it first. Let's see if it's worth it.
Cheers.
I came for another one, but never mind. Ooh.
Delicious, I didn't even get the truffle.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
Mmm. Two very different sauces. It's strangely on the same plate.
I'm also slightly disappointed that the shrimp sauce didn't have more of what we associate a shrimp colour to be. I think if I was to make this dish again, without looking at the book, I'd probably do it almost like a shrimp bisque. You then let down with cream, so you get that rich colour from the shells of the prawns, more so than just a little kick of cayenne and shrimp.
It's delicious.
You didn't try my daisy.
Sorry.
And again, now we know what that is, a slice of turnip boiled, cut and scattered around with some sieved egg yolk. Also relatively quick and easy to do.
Yeah, it works with the dish.
I think it's a nice dish. But if I got served that in a restaurant, I don't think I would appreciate the amount of work that had gone into making it.
I agree. I think it's also quite an old-fashioned dish. The fact that we can't find a single photo of it online and the internet has been around for a while says that I'm not sure how many people are still or have still cooked this in the last 30 years.
Well, I guess it's over to you guys. How do you think Ben did? Comment down below with your thoughts. How long left? You're halfway through?
Halfway through what?
I don't know.
He's not halfway through making it. Yeah, but he's only done half of the first sauce.
How are you going to edit this, Izzy? This is going to be hell.